What's going on, guys? Today I want to share with you something pretty cool that someone has made me. He calls it an omen, and it's kind of a visualization of all of my goals, and he made himself one as well. So this is kind of what it looks like. Now, there is a lot on this, and I'm gonna leave a picture of this on the screen as I go over it, but it's very cool. There's a lot of little subtle things, but it's kind of a visualization of all of my goals. Now, these are more long-term goals. There's some short on there, there's some that are obvious, and there's a lot of things. I literally have a list of all the goals and kind of broken down what each little thing on here means. And I just thought it was really cool and a good way for me to share my goals with you guys. And this could be something you guys could do as well. Now, I will leave a link to the guy that made this. Now, he didn't make it completely free for me. He didn't ask anything. But he is starting to do this. He made himself one, and it looks pretty sick as well. This is honestly one of the coolest things I've ever seen. It took him, I think he said, over 40 hours. So I'm very, very appreciative of that. It's crazy to me that people will take time to do things for me like this. But I'm gonna flash this on the screen. I'm gonna go over what each little part of this means so you guys can understand and kind of see my goals as well. And his information will be in the description if you do want to contact him to make one for yourself. He is a younger guy. He is an Amazon seller as well. He did take my Amazon course, so link to that will be in the description as well. But let's go over this. I'm going to put this on the screen, move over to my computer, and we'll go through these. So there is a ton of different things on here. Some are very obvious, some are not. So let's go over them. And I do have to have a whole list because some of them, when he showed me, I'm like, well, I don't know what that means. Where did you put this goal? So it's crazy. He wrote out this list for me. So my first goal, now these are more long-term. My first one is 30 million profit by age 30. Now that's not per year, that's just in total. Started at about age 19 or 20, so that is my goal. By the time I'm 30, I want to make 30 million in profit. And you can see right here, the 30 and the M and then the pi. So he says the 30M and the pi is the symbol used for the profitability index in economics. And the 30 million is obviously 30 million. So that one is somewhat self-explanatory. The next one on here is a very obvious one. I want to have 1 million subscribers by age 30. Again, more long-term, I'm 23 right now. I think it's a very doable goal. I did make it a little longer than I think. I think I can do it in the next 2 or 3 years, but this one, like I said, these are long-term goals. So 1 million subs by age 30, very obvious. The 1M subs is 1 million. So next, we're starting with the obvious ones. The next one is a fleet of exotic cars. So you can see in the background, there's 4 different cars. There's 2 McLarens, there's a Lamborghini, there's a Ferrari. I wanted to always own a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, and a McLaren all at the same time. And that kind of is my goal, is to have multiple cars like that at once. This white one right here is actually a picture of my own car that I did own. And there is another image of certain cars I want, like a Ferrari F12, a McLaren 720S. But I really like the way he set this up. So that is that goal right there. Now, in the background, you're gonna see 2 different houses. You're gonna see one on the left looks like a normal house. One on the right looks like kind of like a beach house, a mansion, very big and expensive house, right? So one of the goals, the house on the left in the diamond, right here, you can see they're both diamonds as well, is the family house. So one of my goals is to buy my parents a house or to pay off their house that they currently own. Now, all of these goals are by age 30. They are longer term goals. Now, this is something I would have already done. However, we live in California. They live in California, I live in California. A normal house here is close to $1 million in Orange County. So I didn't have $1 million extra to do that yet, but by age 30, that is something I will be doing. You will bet on it. So that is the house on the left. And the house on the right, one of my goals is to buy my dream house. Again, it's in the diamond. Now, this is a goal. Obviously, everyone has to have their own dream house. Now, for me, I don't want a huge mansion that's unrealistic. I like the houses that have a very resort-style backyard. It's very nice. It doesn't have to be huge, but it's just very modern, a lot of light coming in. And I'm actually looking at houses right now, and one of them would be, I wouldn't say my dream house, but a step up into a dream house. I'm actually about to go make an offer on this house in about half an hour, so hopefully we can get closer to that goal today. Now, the next thing you're gonna see on here is a little smiley face in the top left with the money signs. Now, what does this mean? Well, one of my goals is to build a fun side business. I want to build a business about something I'm really passionate about, whether it's about video games or fitness, something I really enjoy and that I'm very passionate about, that I would work on even if I was making no money. Now, my goal for this also on this side business is to be able to employ family members or friends and kind of a way to give them an income if they don't have one, while it not be me handing them money. So right now, my mom works for me. She is my assistant. And this would be a way for me to have a side business that is, let's say I'm making $30,000 a month. Well, I do no work. I hire, let's say 4 of my friends to manage it, pay them $5,000 a month each. That's gonna be a great way to kind of help them. Like I said, whether it's family, close friends, whatever it is, that's something I've always wanted to do, be able to employ them, because imagine being an entrepreneur and you have a bunch of friends who work 9 to 5s. Well, I'm sitting here every weekday and I make my own schedule and they are only free really on weekends. That's no fun. So it's trying to get them into a business where they could work with me, have the same kind of time frame and lifestyle that I do. So that is that goal. That is the smiley face up there. Next, my goal is to cover all my monthly expenses with my income from investments. So I don't talk about my investments a lot. I don't really invest in stocks. I have a little money in stocks. I really want to get more into real estate. I'm looking at an investment property right now, not in California. I do have a lot of money invested in a particular business I'm a partner in, and that is where the majority of my investment has gone, and it has gone up, and that is something I'm still working on. I'll give you guys more info later on. But the way this goal is portrayed on here is the golden moon on the top right. So the golden moon on the top right, the moon was previously used to mark a period of time we call months. So 28 days. So every month, it used to be around the moon. So, you know, the lunar calendar. So moon went to month, which went to month. And that's how you got the word month, which I didn't know until he told me this. But it says, giving the moon a gold tint is to refer to your monthly expenses being covered from your investment income. So that is how that goal is portrayed on there. So you got to remember, every time I'm looking at this, I see all my goals, but in kind of picture form and visualizing, which is something I struggle with. So the next goal, I want to build my emotional intelligence. Now this is obviously all the other goals are pretty much monetary, but I want to build up my emotional intelligence. I want to be able to understand myself, be able to understand other people, and control my emotions better. I think I'm pretty good at it now in certain aspects, and there's other things I could work on, but it's something that I think is key to being happy. So that's something I really want to build and consistently work on. So that is portrayed. So if you look behind, I'm going to read what he said here because it's a paragraph. Behind your head, right here, behind your head, you have the brain with the right side in vivid color, all the colors of the rainbow. We tend to refer to emotions with color, green with envy, feeling blue, got me red hot, etc. I picked this as the image for building emotional intelligence, as it combines the image of the brain, which is associated with intelligence, and color with connotations of emotions. So that is how that is depicted back here behind my head in this little diamond here. Now, my next goal on here, this is one of these last ones, is to impact as many people as possible, whether it be through YouTube. Like I said, I want other people to have the same kind of feelings and results that I've had online when it comes to just getting that freedom, whether it comes from money or not, whether it just comes from being happier, whether it comes from being free from a 9-to-5 job, whether it comes from buying a Lamborghini, whatever it is. I want other people to be able to experience that. So I want to be able to impact as many people as possible. And that's also part of the goal with the YouTube number of 1 million subscribers. So the impact is represented in the lightning. So you're going to see lightning in the background all over this. So the impact is represented in the lightning. When lightning strikes, its impact is clear and obvious. The lightning storm then has connotations of impacting in several instances. So you can see it's hitting my different goals. So it's hitting the houses, it's pretty much hitting everything. And that is how this is represented in here. And one other thing over here, the GKY. GKY is my 30th birthday in letter form. So G equals 7th letter in the alphabet, K equals the 11th letter, Y equals the 25th letter, and my 30th birthday would be 7/11/25. So that is how that is represented. And the XXX on the top right next to that is 30 in Roman numerals. So I said I want to achieve all these goals by my 30th birthday. And he says the final bit I put in there, the background you see for the omen is a picture of the Amazon rainforest. It's the foundation of the piece. It's just like how Amazon has been the foundation of your major successes in entrepreneurship. So the entire background right here that this is based off of is the Amazon rainforest. And if you don't know, I started my entire entrepreneurial journey with selling on Amazon and building an Amazon business. And that's kind of been the foundation for all of my success. So it's awesome to see all of this put into one. This is not something I could visualize or think of. I literally wrote him a list of my goals and he came and brought me this about a couple weeks later. And it blows my mind that people have this kind of skill because I cannot visualize this type of stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my different goals and just how, well, I think this is so cool. That's why I wanted to share it with you guys. And just seeing my different goals, my long-term, why I have them. And I hope you guys, if you want to create one of these yourself or just write down your long-term goals and have something you can look at every day like this to see those goals and know what you're working towards, why you're working, because a lot of times when people get unmotivated, it's because they don't see far enough in the future. They're looking too short term. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's very awesome. I can't say thank you enough for this piece. It's insane. Like I said, it's going to go right in front of my desk so I can look at it every time I'm working. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you guys in the next video.